there are people who will still say that the mind is an epiphenomenon of the brain, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. But what is amazing about actually understanding what the mind is that you realize that thoughts and feelings don't just happen. I can actually become the master of my own mind. I can create thoughts which are based on truth, on reality. I can have very noble thoughts, elevated thoughts, pure thoughts. I can take charge of my mind, which also means that I'm taking charge of my feelings. You know how so often we say, you make me feel glad, you make me feel sad, you do this, you do this, you do this. Well, that's fine. I can carry on being a puppet of this one or that one or the other one. But the power that comes when I say, I can change the direction of my own thinking, I can change the style of my feelings, and I can decide when to be happy and maintain that inner happiness. This is the magical thing about going on that inner journey and discovering that I am the master of myself. My own understanding and experience is that every human spirit starts with goodness. And this is what gives me hope for the future of humanity, that we don't begin with a mixture of good and bad. And definitely it's not that somebody begins bad, full stop. But we all begin with goodness. And then yes, there are layers and layers and layers that get covered, and so that goodness gets deeper and deeper and gets a bit hidden sometimes, even from our own selves. And so the journey of meditation is to remove all the dust and all the layers and discover that goodness within. Recognizing the beauty of the inner being and not only keeping it alive in myself all the time, so that I'm in touch with the peace and the purity and the love, the truth and the joy within, but to be able to hold that to such an extent that another can also experience that awakening within themselves and feel that yes, they too have that same original truth and beauty. That for me is the magic of spirituality now. Because you see so many people who don't have that appreciation and value of themselves. And if my consciousness can trigger even a little bit that awareness within them, and say, maybe you spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a few minutes with somebody, and they begin to feel that yes, they too can awaken that same truth and love within themselves, that's a wonderful thing to experience.